Hi Sam, Dave Galt here. I thought I'd give you a brief intro to PyOTE. Um, I'm far from an expert in PyOTE. I can do certain things, but if it gets too complicated, there's people f far more experienced in the program than I am. I normally use PyOTE, which is part of Dave Herald's occult program, mainly because the vast majority of people in Australia and New Zealand use Tangra and PyOTE, so I keep with the flow. So I'll start by sharing my screen. Share, right, and clean up some of the rubbish. Right. I don't know whether you've got PyOTE installed, but on my computer, wherever it is, there it is over here. They're all the programs. Sorry, they're all the files of the batch of 5 that you've sent me. I'll do the newer one and the PN28. I'll put them through PyOTE for you. I keep PyOTE here, and there's a batch file that you simply start. It can take up to 30 seconds for PyOTE on my computer anyway to decide that it's going to work and start and be ready. So we just got to sit here and twiddle our thumbs until it starts. I don't know why. Here we go. Right. You can read that. I won't. I've read it, and so simply read a light curve and point at the information, the first batch, and we'll do the newer event. It tells you that it'll only display one light curve, and that's all we need for this. Okay. Now, the simplest way to get PyOTE to determine the event times for a good strong event like this is to zoom in, and you mark the D region simply by clicking somewhere before, that one there will do, somewhere there after, and say, well, the D's somewhere in there. And similarly for the R, and somewhere in there. So off you go. There's the regions to go and have a look, and click Find Event. And it's found the event, and it'll do a whole heap of processing. You can read this, but basically it says these are the noise-induced tests that it does. So what I normally do is I shrink that down a bit so I can see both all the windows. And basically, if the red line here, that's the event, is to the right of these 3 green lines, which are the, I think 3, 4, and 5 sigma errors, it's a valid event, which Blind Freddy can see that. So, and then all I do is scroll up in the lower window here, so I can see the what they call the drop to noise ratio of 6.4 or 6.37, 6.4. Now, when you're reporting errors, it's the 0.95% or 95% containment values that you report. So so there's the disappearance time, there's the reappearance time. Your errors are 0.0247, and it gives you duration. Now what I do is I take a screenshot using this. Here it is over here. So I simply take a screenshot of everything for simplicity, and I name it, give it a name, and Sam, and so there's the newer PyOTE file that I created yesterday. I won't overwrite that because it'll put my mug shot on the light curve, which is scary enough. So that's simply that for that particular event. So I'll get rid of that. So that's just very quick and easy on very quick and easy events. What the strength of PyOTE is to pull events out of very noisy light curves, and it does a very good job for that. So if you have a bit, it's much easier, quicker to use PyOTE on those sorts of events than it is to use AOTA. And sometimes I've given up in frustration with AOTA, and of my own event, and I've reached for PyOTE and extracted times like that. So that was the newer event, very easy. So you can clear the metrics, yeah, and load another light curve, and we'll do this one. This is a very noisy light curve. It must have been windy or when you made the observation. And I guess that's a wind gust. That's the event there. So PyOTE won't find it, that defining the DNR won't work on this because it's 4 frames or less. And it won't find anything because of all the other excursions down here that are false. So the way around that is you've got to tell PyOTE to ignore everything else outside of a range. So you do that by using the trim left right button. There's the event, so I might choose there, and certainly was that it? I think that was it. There, trim. I've lost my bearings for the moment. That's the event there. So you clear the metrics again. I'll do that again. Read the light curve. That one there. Okay. So that's the event there. So trim left and right. So left and right just before that deep dip. That one there. Trim. Now, the way you tell PyOTE to find short events like this is you put in minimum events as 2, maximum is 4, I think worked all right the other day, and find the event. So it found the event okay. It's telling you it's unlikely, it's likely to be incorrect because the maximum event. Okay. All right. Can I do this? Find event. Oh, it's happier at that. Okay. So now, again, it's happier about the so the red line is to the right of the 3, 4, and 5 sigma lines. So based on this, it's a valid event. What we know is it should be a full drop, but it's only a partial drop. So due to a nearby second component of the double star. So again, take a screenshot. Oh, hang on, scroll up again. Forgot to there, so you can see the signal or the drop to noise ratio is 4. Disappearance and the reappearance and the errors are 0.06 of a second. And there's your duration. So take a screenshot like it did before, and you're done. So that's about it I want to cover in this video. So I'll get rid of, shut down PyOTE. And this window here will come up. Press any key to continue. So it's complete. So that's the first intro to PyOTE for you. I'll stop my share and stop the recording. And where's the recording? More. Oh, hang on. Here it is. Here.